How's it going? Jackson here. Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for Monday the 29th of September. So this set is great. Timecodes will be in the description, but I think this is going to be quite short. Cycle bosses, don't even bother with this. It's much longer than the other options for the same amount of seals. Not worth bothering with. These ones here are all really good. I would go Deconstruct, I would go loot containers, and I'd go crafting with any skill. You can just still do these back to back. I'll show you how. But I'll still go through Plank Creatures too, because this one's pretty easy. Okay, starting off with crafting with any skill first. You need a small prerequisite for this, but there's an easy way to do this for free quite quickly. It's just an initial investment of gold for the first time, but after that you don't need anything. So what you need to do is come to any chef in the game. Izala, for example, is found in the Salted Wings Tavern in Vocal Guard. This is a place you start with a way shrine by default, so it's very easy to get here. Oops. So just talk to any chef. And you need the baked apples recipe or the banana surprise. Preferably get both for the long run. But yeah, just one of these. Both of these recipes can be used at level 1. Don't need any prior provisioning leveling up to use it. You just, as soon as you create a character, basically. So what you want to do is come over to this square pier over here. And you'll be able to sort out 2 of your endeavors here. But that being said, you will basically get containers done doing the woodworking one, and I'll show you why, or the way I do it. So just loot these. It counts as looting containers, and it also gives you some stuff to craft with any skill. So now that we got those, I'll just head over to the... I'll go through everything there, right? So there's that tray that has the bananas and the apples on it. You've also got this container here with the apple basket, which has apples, obviously, and then an apple basket over here as well, which has apples in it. Some of these items will not always be here. Don't worry, that's completely normal. If you go leave the zone and come back, it resets everything here. Now, with the woodworking one, you do want to leave and go to Imperial City and come back. That's the way I like to do it. And if you do this, as soon as you leave Imperial City, it will take you straight back here, which means it'll reset everything here. So it's really, really good, really convenient. That being said, you should usually get at least 4 items here. Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So once you've got at least 4 items, whether it be apples or bananas, just come over to this cooking fire over here. This will immediately unlock provisioning if you haven't already. And then you go to fruit dishes, your 2 recipes will be found here. And you just go craft as many as you need, and that'll be your crafting with any skill done. Eventually, when you level it up to about, I think it's 7 or 8, you'll unlock the chef passive. Investing a point in this, or as many points as you can into this, is really good, because in the future, for the weekly endeavors, whenever they come up, sometimes you'll get crafting with any skill for this. And this method works really well, especially later on when you level up provisioning and you just use a couple of items and just craft shit tons. Yeah, those come up, and it's usually the quickest one to do by far whenever they do. Okay, now that that's sorted, let's go to Imperial City and start our deconstructing woodworking items. Now, the quickest way, you could just go to a woodworking station, craft some items with maple, and then deconstruct them. That's really quick, but it costs your own items. Why use your own items when you can just borrow some items from Imperial City? Now, you can do this in Overland too, but the difference with Imperial City is that the items aren't stolen. So you don't have to worry about trying to be stealthy if you don't want a bounty, but you can just do it in Overland. If you don't give a shit about a bounty, you can just do that there, and it's probably basically just as quick. So the Imperial City safe zones, these are what you're looking for. They are a little bit different depending on your alliance, but the idea is the same. You'll find some weapon racks in them like this, and they'll have bows, they'll have shields, and they'll have staves, and that's the stuff you're looking for, because that all is woodworking deconstruct items. So here's a shield here, there's another shield. And then if we go into the one of the rooms over here, past this room, I think there's a shield over there somewhere, but it's just one. The other area I want to go to is over here. So there's some bows here on this wall. That's usually where I go to get some more. And you can see this all counts as looting a container. So it's so good. Then we want to go... I believe in here it's all the way on the other side as well. So the shield is here. This one here. As I said, it'll be a bit different depending on your alliance. But they all have enough for 8 items with woodworking. There's a bow over here, some bows here. That should be enough. And yeah, again, if you can't find enough stuff here, You can just do the opposite, just leave and come back, and everything in here will reset, and you'll have a bunch of items that you can claim from all the areas here. So now we go to Deconstruct, we find all our items here, and we deconstruct them. And that'll be enough. So you just need 8, not many. And then once you're done, just go over here. You'll see this, not now, cat. You'll see this exit here. It's the like tunnel side one, and it has like a little circular icon like this. You go through here, and it will take you straight back into where you came from. In Oridon here, for example, where we were at the pier. So if I go here, as you can see, the tray has reset with this item, so you can just claim more if you need them. But yeah, usually there'll be shit tons of stuff there. So that was, what, like 3 minutes, basically? And we did all the, oh, sorry, not the weekly. Wait, what? Okay, yeah. So we did all the stuff there immediately. That's what I mean. It's really easy to do. Now, let me just show you the stuff for the vocal guard areas that you can use. Here, Crystal Vial, Bright Steel Armory, Aegis of Oriel, and the Fighters Guild. They've all got items on weapon racks and just like sitting on benches and stuff, and they count as woodworking items. The only problem is that if you take one, you'll get a bounty. So what you want to do is either just go into the corner, hide, just make sure he can't see you, or if you have a Nightblade, I would highly advise getting one for Endeavors. They're really good because of one skill alone, and that's Shadowy Disguise. Now, Shadow Cloak itself is not as good. For some reason, just Shadowy Disguise, so even if I'm not in crouch, if I just stealth, I can just take shit in front of people. So I can just take this great sword of this guy and you can't even see me. So it can be really good. But if not, just hide in the corner, grab the items, and just make sure people are far enough away where you won't get spotted. So there's 6 items in this room. So you had the bow over this side, you got a bow on this one, and then you got 2 bows on this weapon rack, 2 bows on this bench. There's another one hanging off the side usually. So that's 6 items. And yeah, you could just not give a shit about a bounty. Usually most people can do that. Because yeah, this bounty will go away in like 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. Yeah, even if you loot all 8 items and get a bounty, it's probably like a few hours. So yeah, 3 staves on here. That's 9 items in total. Again, you might have to search more though, because not every item usually is there. But that's fine. And if you come to the Fighters Guild, just here, there's usually 4 shields on these benches here. And then there's also a shield over here. Now, the cool thing about this one is, this NPC apparently is just a figment of your imagination. You can just steal this shield in front of her, and she does not give a shit. And then you can just come to the woodworking station here and do the same thing. Just deconstruct this stuff. Now, remember, if you deconstruct an item that is stolen, the materials that you get while you deconstruct it will not be stolen anymore. So that's a quick way to fence stuff if you believe you're going to get caught. I know the weekly is stealing items from the environment, which is honestly the best one, but there is a method I use for this there's 2 methods that are far better, but they don't involve any woodworking items. So I'll do the weekly video for that separately, but yeah, really good option here too. Right, now let's look at plant creatures. Okay, next up, plant creatures. So, Stranglers, Lurchers, also Spriggans. Spriggans are a good one. So, probably the quickest one to get to in the game from the get-go is from the Daggerfall Wayshrine in Glenumbra. You will see Lurchers around here. These are one of the creatures that appear on the list. Now, if you see anybody else running around here looking, don't kill these things immediately, because there's not many of these things around, and yeah, they die pretty quick in their overland, so they take a little while to respawn. So if you want to find these things, they are mostly found over here, sort of towards the between Vale of the Guardians and the Wayshrine. You'll find them in like mostly this area here. There's not many of them, so you'll probably struggle getting 5 here. But that is an option, and it's pretty damn quick, usually. Brigands are also another enemy that counts as a plant creature. You'll find these in a couple of places. The last option is Stranglers here. Yeah. There's, let me go through some good options. Alright, so, you know where to find Lurchers? It's mainly just that one spot. It's like, he's the only real good, easy option. For Spriggans, Roots Under Ruins and Stranglers as well. This one's really good. Getting here, you can use either Home Tours and go to Snowpod, or you can use the Elden Root Waste Run. You can get here via boat swings too. So when you're doing the stuff at Auridon in the pier, you can also just come down to this area here. Selan Dilwen will take you to Grotwood, and pretty much right next to Roots Under Ruins. Alright, another good option, very interesting, is Caravan Crest in Deshaan. This boss here, Bittergreen the Wild, will spawn a lot of Spriggans very quickly. The only problem is, this boss is fucking brutal. So you can see they've already spawned a bunch over here. So you can just kill a big group of them. And they're pretty weak. They only take a few AoE skills to take down. And this is not a very high damage build. So yeah, as you can see, there's 5 already. Quickest way to Bittergreen is via... There's no houses nearby, but what you can do is go Flaming Nix de Lexgare, or just use the boatswain from Stonefalls. You just travel down the road down here, just east, get this way shine, and then Caravan Crest will be available to you. The only issue is sometimes this boss will die, and you have to wait for it to respawn, and same thing with the other options. There is one alternative that doesn't have that issue, and that's City of Ash 2. Let me show you that one. This is my preferred option for any time plant creatures comes up. Right, so what you want to do is go down the river, not directly through all the stenches. You can avoid most of the stuff there. If you just walk off, you'll fall into the water. If you go too far, you hit this and you die of full damage. So there are 5 stranglers very quickly that you can find. So 1, 2, 3. And then you've got another 2 over here. So 4 and 5 over here. Just a word of warning. This one here... If you attack this crocodile pulls. If you attack this one first, the crocodile doesn't pull. I don't know why the fuck it's designed that way, but yeah, that's ZeniMax for you. They're also quite tanky compared to any of the overland options, but you can handle it okay as like a low level. Like, don't worry too much. Just bring a heal, you'll be fine. So this area, it's again a little bit of a pain to get to if you haven't been here before. If you've been in City of Ash 1, City of Ash 2 will be available for you to travel into. So, yeah, if you see this dungeon here, you should be able to join into it. If not, use Cliffshade here in Home Tours and just travel a little bit north through here. There'll be some enemies here and some enemies here. You can mostly just hop on your mount and avoid most of them. But yeah, just a small roadblock, basically. And then once you unlock this, you can then travel to it from a waste run at that point. So it's easy to do plant creatures from that point on. Alright, so that's everything. I'll leave it there. If you have any questions for me, just give me a holler as always. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. See you next time. Take care for now.